you've now created a program. You've always had a program together with the book. So, can you tell me a little bit more about your Rewrite Your Life program?
Sure. It's an 8-week self-study program. And it follows very much the book itself, Rewrite Your Life, a transformational guide to writing and healing the stories of our lives. So people can go through that program on their own because there's so much out there right now. Well, there's two ways people can go through that particular program. One's on their own. The other way is with certified coaches. Last year, I certified several people who are healers and mental health workers, etc., who are now trained to help people to move through this Rewrite Your Life program. Or if people are just really happy to navigate on their own, they can. And so every lesson in the book, in the course as well, brings you into a way of navigating various things that are going on in your life. Like the very first one is the final straw. Like, what brought you here? What is it that you said yes to? Why? What happened between yesterday and today that you purchased a program today that you just said it's non-negotiable? I'm ready to heal my life. Like, what was your final straw? And so we look at that, and we look at valuing our lives, and we look at the way in which we don't want that anymore. And what do? I don't know how. Nobody's ever taught me. I've been doing what I think is the right thing, and then it just falls flat again and again. And so every chapter or every lesson, I'm thinking of the book, and so I'm thinking of chapters, I'm thinking of lessons both, and they can kind of go hand in hand, because a lot of the methodology techniques, if you will, in the book, in the self-study program, or online program, if you will, has many of the same processes that will guide you to work with whatever is going on, with specifically to the particular areas of your life that you want to heal. And so that's kind of an overview of what the course looks like. That there are, as I say, there are 8 lessons, and each one is very specific to certain either topics or situations or ways in which we can relearn how to use our mind.
Right.
Because, today is very different than it was when I was growing up. When I was growing up, I did not have the awareness that I could change my reality. It was, you got born into a certain family and genetics, and you're stuck with what you got. Basically, you just do the best you can with what you have, and you hope for the best. And if it doesn't come about, it's just like I couldn't help it. It's just my genes. It's just my environment. It's just the way it is. Mom was like that, so how could I be any different?
Totally.
It's not like that anymore. And they've learned epigenetics and quantum physics, which is a big science these days, will show us that the mind and our thinking will create our reality. That was not even part of the awareness growing up. It was, yeah, okay, think positive thoughts. All right, I did. But look, I'm still in the muck. And even today, just putting out positive thoughts, it won't get you anywhere, I'm afraid to say. For those of us or people who are out there wanting to think about, manifesting, using what's the word I'm trying to think of right now, when you use an affirmation. Affirmations are not enough to say I am wealthy, when every thought and every unconscious thought is not me, never happened for me. My dad was broke. My grandfather's before him was broke. No other people get wealthy, not me. So you can say I am wealthy till the cows go home, but if underneath that the real belief is, no, I'm not. I still can't pay the rent. Now, so it's about unpacking that. It's about unpacking whatever our beliefs are that kind of run the bus. Because when we, from age, just being born to about age 7 or so, that's our most impressionable time. And so we are learning at a rapid rate, and we are absorbing information. And the people in our life, our parents, our caregivers, the teachers, the society, the church, whoever it happens to be, where people who we feel have an influence on our life, we look up to them and think that whatever they say is literally gospel. And then we use that as a way of keeping us safe as a kid, maybe. These are the rules, and in order not to get punished by dad, I better, do my homework or whatever it happens to be. But those things will not necessarily help you years later down the road unless you've addressed them, because they won't. And so you still got this like 4-year-old, 7-year-old driving the bus, your bus, because you haven't seen that, wow, wait a minute. That helped me then, but I'm an adult now. I get to choose. What are the things that are of value? What do they mean? How do I discern? Oh, there's so much.
I can see that. I can see how rewriting your initial script of how your life is to go is so essential by your explanation in changing today, because it's all based on beliefs from yesterday, which is not always, what can I say, not always relevant anymore.
Right.